Well, hello, this is Sir Stillwater. In this video, I'm going to talk about another great building called the Temple of Relics. This is an no age or ageless building, if you will. I should have talked about this one a long time ago because it's a good one to get earlier on, particularly maybe well the goods that are required for it are Iron Age, so that would probably be a good time frame for that to go ahead and pick that up because obviously that's what you need to build it, so that kind of falls right in line. But the Temple of Relics is really cool looking, and it serves some really good purpose for Guild Expedition. Guild Expedition is something that hasn't been around for forever. I think I probably didn't take a liking to this building because I was well beyond Iron Age in most of my worlds back in the day, back when I had a ton of worlds. Because Guild Expedition didn't even exist, so then nonetheless this building. So yeah, so let's talk about it. So you see that there's a 14.75% chance at my level 7 here. And basically what this is the relic hunt. So when you're in Guild Expedition and you win battles, you have a chance to get a relic placed somewhere on the map on these little relic pedestals. And they come in varying degrees of scarcity or rarity. And with that, you can get anything from, I don't know, some little buildings that are good for either boosts or happiness, things like that, or all the way up to you can get some rare ones that can pay you 100 FP, things like that. So it's kind of an assortment of different things that they could pay. They're random. They're random on when they generate. They're random where they generate because depending where they're at on the map, and then also they're can be rare in what they reward. So, but this increases your percent chance of finding one. So it's pretty cool. So this is one of those, and I'll talk about it when I get over to the other screen. Let me jump over there now and I'll talk about that. But it's pretty cool looking here. And here it is in the wild. It's kind of hiding over here behind my LOA. So, whoops, that's what it looks like. Okay, good. Let's jump over here. TOR, it is a no age building, though it requires Iron Age goods to build. You need 80 limestone, ebony, iron, cloth, and jewelry. I didn't say the amounts: 80, 50, 40, 70, 60. 6x6 is pretty big, relatively speaking, especially for the era that it came from. You know, the no era, but kind of tied to Iron Age. So it's kind of an interesting thing. There's no production bonus. All it gives you is that passive bonus for the relic hunt. It is what it is. When you level, it increases, similar to the Zeus. It just is what it is 24/7. When you level, you level. So apparently it caps at 35%. Let's see, what else can I say about it? The blueprints, they can show up from either contributing to people that have them or from on the Guild Expedition map. Sometimes the payout will be a TOR blueprint. So that's something to think about. So let's see. Yep, and here's your chances. Yeah, this is what I talk about the different types of relics. I suppose I could probably read through the page, but I'm just kind of rolling with it. Okay, so common relics, silver, uncommon relics, and then you get rare relics, which are jade. So let's see what we got. Common relics, yeah. So gates of sun god, face of ancients, and you can kind of go in here and read what these are all about. 5 units of one type. You get those a lot. I hit these 5 units a lot, which are really handy because if I'm doing Guild Expedition or Guild Battleground, you can never have enough units. So, and they're going to give you units of your era, even if you don't have the buildings, if I recall correctly. Don't quote me on that, but I believe so, which is pretty handy. You can get a couple blueprints, which are kind of random, and I mean random too. They could be whatever era of yours or earlier, I believe. Don't quote me on that either. It's 25 goods of one type. I believe that's from your era. And then some forge points. Uncommon. Yeah, that's interesting. The 100 forge points is considered an uncommon, not a rare one. So, I mean, that's always cool. Getting a payday, right? You hit 100 forge point. That's always handy. And then depending where you're at, era-wise and production-wise, 200 goods of one type's pretty golden too. Small metals package. Small metal package is basically banked forge points, and I think a small is what, five, two, I don't know. Oh no, sorry, that's metals, not FPs. And then rare, what's rare? I don't remember. Terrace Farm, yeah, reno kits, store buildings. These are always handy to have, especially when you start moving up through the eras and you've got a bunch of event buildings that you place that were cool, but you really want the real estate. So the store building is real handy, and the reno kits, I hold on to those as long as that's a whole nother video. The reno kits, I'll hold on to those as long as I can, depending which kind. There's a one-up kit, and then there's a reno kit, and a reno kit will bring you, if I recall correctly, the reno kit will bring you to the current era of an event building, whereas the one-up kit will just move it up one era, if I recall correctly. We'll talk about that in another video, I'm sure. Yeah, so pretty cool. And it kind of gives you the payout schedule, which is, seeing that it's random, and it is what it is. So take this with a grain of salt, right? That's like looking at the casino's odd charts on a slot machine. It's like, okay, yeah, well, it could pay that, but I suppose that there's a formula behind it. But either way, that's that. That is the TOR. Cool building. Looks cool. It's cool to have. Very handy to have, especially when you're trying to work through Guild Expedition and you hit, and it's like, well, that's cool. So, hope it helps. Have a great day. Any comments, questions, suggestions, please leave them below. Again, all these are my thoughts on the game. So.